Hey everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel. Today in this video, we are preparing an automated salary sheet which can be used for up to 100 employees. This will be the totally automated salary sheet. So without wasting the time, let's get started. So as you can see on the screen that we need to open a blank spreadsheet from this option. We will be preparing this sheet from scratch. So this is the blank sheet. So let's rename this sheet first of all. That is salary sheet template, and we can also mention the year, that is 2022. After that, let's have some basic formatting. Let align this as center in the middle and the text wrap-up. So moving further, so for starting, we just need the basic information for preparing salary sheet. That is, we need to have number of employees. We can also mention employee code. After that, we need employee name, and we can also mention the department. Uh, that totally depends upon the organization. If you want to have this D column, you you can have it. Otherwise, you can delete this column as well. This is not a mandatory column. So after that, we need to mention that for which month this sheet we are preparing for. So we assume that we are preparing for May 22. Okay. Also in the sheet, let's add the month for which month we are preparing this salary sheet. For May 2022. So this is the basic information which is required in the salary sheet. So let's adjust the width of the columns according to our need. So this would be the information which would be required uh, till the end. So this will be the common information. So we can freeze this columns. We can freeze the first four columns so that if we move the scroller, this should be always visible to us. So after this, we need to add. So the next step is we need to add the number of days in a particular month. So for that, we need 31 columns in the sheet. So let's add some more columns, and now we can type the days. So let's start with 1, 2, and 3. This is the basically the number of days in a particular month. Let's adjust it according to our requirement. So further, we need a number of days up to 31. So we need to repeat this process till it comes to be 31. We are just adding the number of columns in the desired width, and let's complete it till 31. After mentioning the dates, now we need to check the days in a particular month, as we need to know that which date is a week off. So for this, what we'll do, we'll add a number of the days in this sheet. For this, we need to move down the dates in the below line, below row. So let's copy this and paste it here. Let's delete the upper row, and now here we need to mention the day. So for my 2022, first starts from Sunday, then it will be Monday, Tuesday. We'll just write this for first week, and then we'll drag this till 31. It will be automatically filled. So let's drag this. Now it's done. So we have basic information which is required for the salary sheet. Employee details, days and dates. Let's move further. Now we need to check the type of attendance in this sheet. There are different types of attendance. We will check uh, P for present. Next, we'll see the week off. We'll mark it as W. CL is for casual leave, or we can just simply type as leave, which is approved leave. And A is for absent, H is for national holidays, and slash by 2, that is for a half day. If an employee works for a half day, so we'll mark this. Let's make it more simple. So we will just check the value of P present for any employee. Let's color grade this just to differentiate from the other sections, and that will look more attractive. Let's do some formatting here as well. Now here is the main part of the video, so please don't skip this part and watch this very carefully. Let's add a dummy row in this. We need to differentiate. This is great because we just added a dummy row. We'll test our sheet in this row. So let's start. Let's type a name of the employee. uh, let's keep it as a dummy employee. Whatever you want, you keep it as test or dummy. So we have number of days, and now we need to calculate the attendance. So please watch this step very carefully. Now we need to check the number of days present. So we will use the formula that count if, then we select the range, we need to check the value of that there are how many P's from E4 till AI4. Basically what we are doing, we are just selecting a range. So now we need to select the criteria that in this range we will find the value of P that is located in the cell A, J and 3. So let's test this. If we mark P, it is automatically counted. So here we get to know that if an employee worked for example, 2 or 3 days or 19 days, this sheet will automatically calculate the number of P's in this sheet. Same goes with the week off. We need to check that there were how many week offs in a month, because in some organizations weekend work disallowed, so we need to make the separate column for week off. Please check this formula carefully that the range would be the same, but we need to change the criteria. So here the criteria we are searching for, that is W, that is in cell AK3. You can see that very well clearly. Now just press the enter and it is done. We'll mark W, it will also be calculated automatically. Now we have to repeat the same process for the rest of the types, but please make sure that you are following the criteria very well. So as we can check, if we mark L as leave, so it is automatically calculated. Let's do the same for for absent. The range would be same. We need to change the criteria that now we are finding the letter A in this range. So I'm explaining this side by side by giving you an example. You can check that any alphabet marked in the range, it is automatically calculated. Now let's follow the same process for H that we has mentioned for national holidays. So if we change this to H, it is automatically calculated. Now let's go for a half day. In this the formula would be totally same, but in the end we need to have some changes in this formula because it's a half day. So number of half days counted in the sheet will be divided by 2 to get the exact number of days the employee was present in the month. So if the employee has worked for 2 half days, then there would be paid that is equal to complete 1 day paid. So that is why we have kept this half day divided by 2. After calculating the types of attendance, so now we need to calculate the number of working days for the particular employee in a particular month. So let's calculate the working days. So According to the working days, we need to include the value of P, W, L, H, and half days. We need to sum all of these to calculate the working days. Only the absent will be the value which we do not include as paid. So when we press enter, it will automatically calculate the working days of an employee in a particular month. You can see that we have selected, it's just a simple sum formula. Yes, it is done. So let me change this working days. Actually, these are the paid days. So let's name it as paid days. So this is the value which an employee will be paid during a month. All the values of P's, week offs, leaves, any national holidays, and any half days. So this we have calculated the paid days. Now the next point is we need to check the total number of days in a particular month, because we all know that maximum number of dates in a month is 31, but minimum is 28. So it varies from month to month. So for this, we simply add a column to the left and we mention it as total days. Now here we'll do one thing, we'll count the number of dates which we have mentioned in the beginning. As you can check the screen, basically we need to count this. So we'll use a formula here, count, and the value would be from E3 till AI3. That's it. So if any month only have 30 days, we'll also calculate that. So next is we'll need to check the unpaid days. That would be very simple. The total number of days minus the paid days. This all will provide clarification that how many days the employee will get the salary and what was the unpaid days. So let's label these columns as the number of days. So now we have calculated the type of attendance and we have also done with the number of days. Let's color code this just to make it little different and attractive. So we are done with the basic part of the sheet. So let's move to further. Now the next part is we need to add salary to this attendance. We have calculated the number of days but we also need to add the salary components through which the salary will be calculated. So for this, let's add the salary components. So there could be different components according to any organization. So I am adding the basic salary components. So the first one would be basic. This can vary from organization to organization. Next is HRA. If there would be any other allowance, we can also add this. So by adding all these, we will be able to calculate the monthly enhanced salary of an employee on which the employee was hired. So enhanced salary would be the sum of all the components of the salary. Let's merge this heading, give it a different color code. Let's test this as well. For example, the dummy employee has a basic salary of any amount XYZ. It is 8,000, it is basic, HRA is 2,000 and zero other allowances. So it has automatically calculated the enhanced salary. We can change the values according to the designation of the employee and their enhanced salary. These all the salary components we can change according to the organization. So this is the add more detail in this column, that is monthly enhanced salary. Let's move further. Now this is the very important part of the video. So we have calculated the monthly, we know the monthly enhanced salary of employees, and we also know the number of days the employee has worked in the organization for a particular month. So now we need to calculate the current month salary of employee according to the number of days he was present in the organization. So this is very simple. We just need to use the formula. We'll just need to use the values that monthly salary will be multiplied with the number of days paid divided by the total days in a particular month. And that's it. Now we have calculated the current month salaries. So let's color code this. So after this, there can be adjustment in the salaries. So we need to add a column in which we can add the arrears if there would be any arrears from the past months, or it can be deductions. So we need to calculate the final payout. These are the salary adjustment we need to make in the end after calculating the current month salary. We will just add the current month salary with the arrears and will deduct the deductions. uh, I'm adding 0, but you can, if there is value, you can use the value here. So let's format it and give it a different color code. So this is the main final payout we have calculated, and our salary sheet is almost done. Only the formatting is left. Formatting is left. So here is the basic structure of the salary sheet. So to look this sheet more attractive, we are just formatting it, adding some borders and different colors. And after this, we'll test the sheet. So here what we are doing now, the formula and the sheet is only applicable to the one row which we are using as dummy. So we need to apply these formulas to the rest of the rows. So for that, we will select the row. As we can check, we can select the rows by control shift and down arrow, and just need to press control D. The formulas will be automatically copied to the next rows till the end. As we can check, this formula is already copied, so we need to make sure that each formula in the dummy row is copied till the end of the row, till the last row in the sheet. So we can also drag this, or you can just use your keyboard by pressing control shift and down arrow, and then control D to copy the formulas. As we can see, we are doing simultaneously. We have copied all the formulas, and here goes the last one. So after this, the total number of days will be equal for every employee for a particular month. So we just need 31 to be in the rest of the rows. So we'll simply use a formula that is equals to above cell, and we'll autofill this. Please do not use here the copy formula. The only formula used is this, which I have mentioned in the sheet. So if there would be different month, there would be different number of days, we can delete and update the days as well. So it would be automatically turned into correct number of days according to which the salary will be calculated. So same goes with the paid day. We need to press control shift down arrow and control D after that. Same goes with the unpaid days. We are just copying the formula. After that, there is the salary components will be filled manually for every employee. In hand, monthly salary will be calculated automatically. Once we will fill the basic components, it automatically calculates the salary. Same goes with the current month salary. We just need to press control shift and down arrow and then control D. Areas and deductions will fill manually, and same goes with the final payout. So now our sheet has been completed. All the formula work has been done. We just need to add the name of the employees and mark their attendance at the day end. That's it. All the salaries, the number of days will be automatically calculated in the last column, in the final payout column. So let's take an example, and we'll add more employees to the sheet and their department. So for this, now we add the type of attendance. For example, Sunday is week off. From Monday till Friday, the employee was present and working in the office, or he was working from home, whatever the scenario is. So we will need to mark the attendance of the employee daily. That's it. If he is present, we'll mark P. If it was a week off, we'll mark W. If he or she was on leave will mark L, and if he or she is absent will mark A. If they work for a half day, will need to mark /2. Now, as we can check, this sheet has automatically calculated the number of P's which we have mentioned according to their dates. In the W, there were no leave, no absent, no holidays, no half days. So total day was 31 and paid is 31. So now we need to add the salary components. For salary components, we need to add the salary components one time. After that, this just make a copy of this sheet. The all the data will be already saved. We just need to mark the attendance. That's it. So as we can see, we have the salary is automatically calculated to the number of days, number of working days. So let's change this because it is 31 paid days. Let's mark last 2 days as absent. So as you can see, it has been changed. The number of P's has been changed. The absentees has been added as 2, and after that we can see total number of days are same and the paid days have been changed to 29 and 2 are the unpaid days, and automatically the salary has been calculated according to that. Zero area, zero deductions, and the final payout. So let's remove the decimal, select this row and decrease the decimal. It's done. So the final salary, final payout for the employee name Ram has been automatically calculated. So after this, let's take an example of one more employee. Okay, let's do some formatting. This is just to make the sheet more explainable and attractive. That's it. By this, the sheet will look more attractive, and it is easy to understand that what is the column which explains what. Let's put down the border at the left side. Now it's looking great. So let's also hide this dummy row because we do not need that now. Everything is set. So let's do one more thing. Let's make sure this sheet more explanatory. We can do that by conditional formatting. Let's select the sheet and select the option by right clicking, that is conditional formatting. What we are doing now, we are providing the color to the different alphabets so that they are easy to check. For example, we'll mark P. We are providing a color to the letter P. It's a very simple process and a very unique technique in every attendance sheet. So we have assigned one rule. Let's assign another rule for the W as well, that is week off. Text is exactly W, and let's give it some kind of orange color. That totally depends upon you, what color grade you want to give to a particular type of attendance. It can vary from organization to organization. The types of attendance is also varying from organization to organization. Many organizations mark week off as O or leave as CL, that is casual leave, and holidays as NH, national holidays. So it can also increase or decrease in the type of attendance. That totally depends upon the organization how they work. So in this, we'll assign a different color. It also helps us to check whether the attendance is marked correctly. With just the color, you will came to know that the employee was present on that day, or he or she was absent. Basically, this is a complete package which includes attendance as well, your salary components, and your in-hand salary for a particular month. So this one sheet contains each and every part of your attendance. Once you have made this complete sheet, after that you need not to buy any other software for salary purpose. This can be used up to 100 employees. The one thing you need to do, that is just mark attendance daily at the day end. Or even if you have biometrics in your organization, you just need to generate the report from your last working day, and that will be, you just need to mark attendance through that. So we are done with the color grading. So yes, now it's looking very good, and each and every line and column are separated. So let's take a more example for the second employee. And let's assign him the department of sales. So now mark his attendance. When you are in sales, you also work on week offs. So it's totally easy to manage with this sheet. And here is some more formatting to make it look better. So let's mark his attendance now. We can also use yes sheet. We can mark this attendance weekly as well. If you don't want to mark attendance daily, at the end of the week on Fridays or Saturdays, you just mark the attendance of each and every employee. It's as simple as that. So in this, now we are marking absent days as well, half days as well, just to check the authenticity of the sheet. So now it's done. Let's see how it has been calculated. So here we can see it has automatically calculated the number of present, the week offs. Oh, sorry, there is no leave. Let's add one leave as well. Number of A's. As we can check, we have two absentees in this row. It has automatically pulled that. No holiday and two half days, which is equal to one complete paid day. That's perfect. So total number of days is 31. Paid days automatically calculated, and unpaid days are 3. So the salary components, let's add this. HRA other allowances, the in-hand salary is 32,000 and the current month salary is automatically calculated according to the paid days, that is 28. And if any areas or reductions, we can mention that, and there would be final payout. So that's it. So guys, please like, share, and comment so that each and every organization and HR, this sheet would be very helpful. If you have any queries related to the sheet, you can mention that in comment section. And I have also a gig of 1500 documents that are totally related to HR. So if you want to buy them or you want to see them, I'll mention the link in the description.